Welcome to Nashville March Presents the Heavy Side of Nashville. Your man DJ Fish in the Electric Fishbowl flying solo tonight. Have a great show though. We're going to get a virtual appearance for a couple segments with Brandon Howard of the band I Am the Law. Great Southern groove metal band. We'll play a couple by them. There's other bands Burning Yesterday. A band that's no longer together, but I think you guys are going to dig them, called I Dragon I. So lots of good stuff to do, but we're going to jump right in. You know, I'm kind of feeling like the weather. It's the date of this recording is December 9th, 2018, just outside of Music City, and it is miserable out. It's been raining nonstop a couple days and gets icy and ugly. But we're going to trudge on and get through, kick it off with some Oblivion Myth. Let's check this one out. Shout out to Keith and Tim McDonald and the boys of Oblivion Myth in the studio, recording new stuff up and coming for next year. From the Inside the Mirror album, here's Blinding the Darkness. Welcome back there. That was Oblivion Myth, Blinding the Darkness. Keith Smith and the boys from Oblivion Myth are in the studio recording an album, so we're going to leave them to that. But right now, a virtual appearance in the Electric Fish Bowl. Brandon Howard from the band I Am the Law. What's up, my friend? How are you?
What is up, brother?
Yeah, I really appreciate this, taking a few minutes, be on the show, and play some of your tunes and talk about all thing I Am the Law. We're going to play a couple tonight. We're going to save a full hour interview for when the whole band can be here once you get your new stuff done. But we're going to tease the planet with what you got out right now, Him and the Vulture EP. And listen hard. You guys, I just missed you at the Halloween Metal Fest.
Yeah, and that was quite the show. It got pretty rowdy in there. I asked for a hurricane, and they gave me a storm of tornadoes and mosh pits.
Yeah, and that's not a big place for that kind of thing as well.
No, it was a good time. It was a packed fun house.
Yeah, I couldn't get out there till kind of maybe a third of the way into it, but got at least to chat with you guys, and I went and listened, and here you are. So met a lot of great people that night. What a fun show.
Yeah, it's a great venue. Shania is amazing since she's taken over for that place, and she's just been knocking it out of the park with sound and shows.
We actually were talking about that when I had Conniption on. What a great job she did, and a nice person. She let me set up. I videotaped most of the bands that night. I had a friend, Deadwatt, are some friends of mine, and they played late in the evening, and I was videotaping them, but Shania was really nice, let me kind of set up, gave me a nice feed from the board for good audio, and it was just a lot of good people that night. Met some good friends.
It
was
was
a good metal
time.
brotherhood, yeah.
The Murfreesboro music scene, Jesse and his wife put that together, and it was awesome. Yeah.
No, I mean, Murfreesboro scene is doing good, and the same thing in Nashville itself. I mean, just the whole surrounding area. There's a lot more shows. We have an update coming from Evan Hensley of Nashville March, and I mean, it's a great week this week too. All kinds of shows going on, and you're just seeing a lot more and more as opposed to me even 5 years ago, and it's exciting. That's why I'm doing the show.
Oh yeah, when I first moved here in like 2010, there was like nothing. It was like at the end of an era, and once we started with I Am the Law, I noticed like a lot of bands started showing up, and the scene started growing again, and flourishing to what it is today. Yeah,
very nice, because it was stagnant for a little while, early 2000s. I moved here in '98, and there was kind of like the goth scene was pretty big in that time period, and then it vanished. I mean, within, it seemed like a year and a half, and not many A-listers were coming through, but boy, is that flipped lately. So it's a good thing. So, yeah. I Am the Law. How long have you guys been together?
I think roughly around 4 years.
Yeah, I see. You got a good stint. You have one EP out, and you're in the studio now. We had a little conversation, to prep for tonight. And how many are you doing a full length album this time?
No, this is our second EP that's currently out. Our first one is Blackwater Gospel.
Oh, that's correct. I apologize. Yes, I did listen to some of that. That was the cool video
stuff.
Right. So you got 2 EPs out. This will be your third album then.
Yeah, and we're kind of sticking with the EP route, mostly because I've done some research on it, and a lot of people really don't care for a full album unless you're a bigger, well-known artist.
Sure.
And because I mean, a lot of people, it's if you can focus on 5 really good songs and put your best forward, then that's going to do better than trying to do 5 good songs and then have 5 okay songs or filler songs, as
sure.
they say.
Yeah, to fill up an album.
Yeah, and it's
yeah, good point. Yeah.
I want to give people as much as I can because I do all the recording and mixing for us, so we can kind of just do whatever we want to, which is a great luxury.
Yeah, it is a great luxury, and it's relatively inexpensive now to have a little mini home studio and get something high quality down, Pro Tools, a few microphones, sound room, and I mean you're up and running and you can produce your own thing, that sounds good. We've done a great job with the first two. Looking forward to the next one. You're kind of laying low on live shows, I understand. You've till you get this new album out.
Yeah, we actually have one show booked for next year, and that's in Clarksville at the Warehouse.
Oh, lots of good shows up there. That's a great venue.
Yeah, we've had some good times there. Yeah, that show's January 19th with Of Serpents, Glass World from Cincinnati, Ohio, and The Pleading.
Oh,
the
nice.
First time we'll be playing with them.
If it wasn't so far, I'd be up there more often just to see some of the shows where you're playing. Of Serpents is good. I think they played Halloween Metal Fest last year, didn't they? But
I think so.
Yeah, I think they did.
I know we did too.
Yeah, I had a gig myself, and what are you going to do when I have my own gig? You miss stuff. But I know last year Place of Skulls played, and I wanted to go, and I remember seeing Of Serpents there. But yeah, the Warehouse in Clarksville.
They played this year's, because I remember I was talking to Blake actually in the back.
Yeah, see what happens to me. I sleep one night and my memory's gone. It's over. So it was actually this year. Maybe last year was Among Serpents, because there is a band called Among Serpents too, and they're not from Nashville.
Yeah, so it was actually the Halloween Metal Fest was 2 years ago. So technically, the third is technically the second, because they had the first and then the second ended up not happening. So they just called it the third and did the third one.
Oh, gotcha. Year. Yeah, so you've been in both of them. You got it down. Well, I'll definitely be back out there if they do it again. Like I said, Shania was incredible. The promoters were great, and lots of good people. But hey, man, let's jump into a tune. Hymn of the Vulture. This is a title track from your EP. What do you? Who wrote the lyrics? Tell me a little bit about the track.
So, Hymn of the Vulture is kind of our Motorhead-inspired type thrash metal, southern metal song. And I came up with the lyrics, and a lot of the stuff I write is fictitious. I kind of make stories for each lyric, and they usually fall around like either occultic themes or southern tropes or southern lore that I kind of put together and make a story. But this one in particular is actually Western.
Yeah.
It's kind of a trope to spaghetti Westerns and stuff like that. I wish I would have timed it right. If Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, I'd be like, oh, that would have been perfect.
Well, let's play it. Let's hear some I Am the Law. Thanks. We'll be back with Brandon Howard of I Am the Law right after we play the title track from Hymn of the Vulture. Nashville March presents the Heavy Side of Nashville. We'll be back.
High!
I Am the Law, Hymn of the Vulture, title track from the EP. Back in the Electric Fishbowl with a virtual appearance, Brandon Howard. Great song, nice and hooky, groovy. I guess you give your band the title Groove Metal, and that was a fine example right there. Thanks. Yeah. So what are you doing with the new album that's coming out? Are you staying in the same direction, or are you kind of changing how you play? What's up? What do we have to look forward to?
So we're going to keep it, Southern is all get. But we are going to take everything we do to the next level of heaviness for us. We traditionally play in drop B with our 6 strings, but we have one song already called Cult Baby, which will be on the new EP. That's in a 7 string. And then we'll have a few other songs in a 7 string as well, and a special tuning that we have.
Yes, that sounds great. When are you expecting to have it released? What's your goal right now?
I think the goal is February sometime.
That's not too far off.
We've got 3 songs already, and then we've got to go and we've got 2 of them recorded. We're going to re-record them and record the 3rd one. So we're just going to do either 1 more song or possibly 2 more. It depends what we want to do with that.
Well, looking forward to it very much. And, hey, take a minute, Brandon, and introduce the band and tell the planet how to find you, Facebook, I'm sure YouTube, but why don't you go ahead and shout out to the brothers?
So I've got Chris Lockbeeler is our drummer, amazing dude. He runs the tattoo studio in Dixon called Tempest Tattoo Studios.
Hey, there you go. Hit it.
Yes, if you want legit tattoos, go there.
Right.
We got his brother, which is Nick Lockbeeler. It's our bass player. He's the hype man of the band. You'll see him running around, acting crazy, flipping his bass around and stuff. And then the other guitar player is a good buddy of mine for at least 7 years now, is Brian Bradsher. He's the man of the leads. Yeah,
so that's your right-hand man. Do a lot of collaborating with him, usually the lead and the lead vocal. Does he write music? Or you do all the writing?
So how it goes with the writing is a large part of it is myself, but everyone has their individual qualities that they add to it. Because everyone has different types of music they like, versus like me, I like more of the groove metal and southern metal type bands, like Maylene and the Showdown and Pantera and such like that. But everyone else has their own little flavor that they add to it. So I'll come to the table with, some riffs or some ideas and like a direction, and we'll just kind of jam it out and see where it goes. Sometimes it works the first time with jamming, like Appalachia Burning. We wrote that one day, and it was a great song.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes a month or two of just like leaving it alone and then come back fresh with some ideas.
Well, you mentioned storytelling a couple of times, and that's obvious in a couple of the videos that you've made, Appalachian Burning, and the next song we're going to play, Silver Tongues. You have the same character in both of those videos. So It's a little tongue. I love Silver Tongues, not for the faint at heart, man. It cracked me up first time I saw it. So talk about Chicken Man. So, first of all, guys, go check them out. Go check out these videos. Subscribe to them. You'll be updated as soon as this new EP drops. You're on Bandcamp as well. Is that right? Are you?
Yeah. So we're on Bandcamp, YouTube. We're on anywhere you stream music. Thanks to DistroKid, we're on about everything.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Hit them up on Bandcamp. Throw them a few bucks, and tell us about. You had mentioned you kind of had a story thing going on. You like telling stories, and the two videos the same character, the Chicken Man. What's up with the Chicken Man?
So the Chicken Man, played by Tony, a good friend of ours, is kind of an underlining story with the music videos. And the first one, he's had a cooking show that goes horribly wrong, and the Horseman, which is kind of like his nemesis, was basically like torturing him for doing such a bad job. But there's also some dark undertones too, because like we're when you see the live performance for us and Silver Tongues, we're in a dark area. We're kind of like in a purgatory-ish kind of hell area. It's all smoky, and we're just kind of like there doing our thing while all this craziness is happening. But then we go to Appalachia Burning, and Appalachia Burning is kind of like the prequel. It's like the beginning of the Chicken Man. And him running away from his inner demons and the fire, and John Butler is actually playing the part of the devil lyrically and in the video. And eventually he comes to terms and just sees the masks, and the mask becomes the Chicken Man. So the idea is to have the Chicken Man in all of our videos at some point in some way. To continue the story. Sure,
yeah. No, I mean, once you start with something like that, you have a lot of stories mapped out in your head, I can tell, man. That sounds good. Well, Brandon, we're going to wrap this up with Silver Tongues, and, man, once that new album drops, you hit me up, and we'll get the band over here, play the whole thing if you'd like.
Yeah,
sometime early next year, and possibly see you in between then. I know you live kind of outside. You said you're outside of Nashville and Dixon.
Yeah, so we practice in Dixon, but all of us kind of live in farther areas. Like I'm far south in Spring Hill.
Oh yeah, that's where I do.
Brian's like farther south in Etheridge, over with the Amish people.
Yeah, that's way out. Hey, that's all right though. I mean, it does make it tough to get out downtown, and like this next Wednesday the 12th, Nashville March has the midweek metal get-togethers at the Crying Wolf on East Nashville. That's a lot of fun. It's spinning metal on vinyl and just a bunch of guys hanging out. But it does make it tough when you live that far out of downtown. It's not my favorite place to drive and go out, obviously. But man, I'd love to see you sometime in between then. Maybe that Clarksville thing can happen. But keep up the writing and recording. We'll stay in touch. And before we jump into the song, do your Facebook and YouTube page and tell how everyone can listen and get and stay in touch with the band.
So yeah, we got our Instagram. We're pretty active on that. It's just Instagram / I am the Law TN. Same thing for Facebook. We don't use Twitter because that's for losers. We do have Bandcamp. I love Bandcamp because you can find a lot of good artists on there that you typically couldn't find anywhere else.
I agree. I like Bandcamp a lot.
You can buy physicals of our CD, Hymn of the Vulture, on there, or you can get the digital download as well.
Yeah, it's a great, easy way to support indie artists like yourself. Up and comings. It's a fantastic platform. Yeah.
Yeah, we're on Spotify. We're on iTunes. We're on Google, Amazon, Deezer, weird random ones in Russia. Wherever you listen to music, we're on there.
All right, yeah. Well, same thing with this podcast, The Heavy Side of Nashville, coming up after Silver Tongues. Evan Hensley from Nashville March going to give you the weekly update for the week of December 9th in Music City. Thanks so much, Brandon. We'll check in with you real soon, man. Have a Merry Christmas, and let's do it. Let's play some Silver Tongues.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, all right. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Evan with Nashville March, here with your weekly rock and metal forecast. Busy week coming up. Starting tomorrow, December 10th, Monday, Steven Wilson of Porcupine Tree and many other projects at Cannery Ballroom. Then we've got on the same night, December 10th, Monday, The Struts, the first of two nights with Dan Luke and The Raid. That's Monday at the Basement East. And then December 11th, they will still be there at Basement East for night 2 with the Foxies. Back to Monday, Laser Wolf and Double Ferrari with Cusses at Cobra. That's Monday, December 10th. Then Tuesday, December 11th, Tom Morello, the Atlas Underground Experience at 3rd and Lindsley. Wednesday, Sleep is playing a sold-out show at Third Man Records, which is going to be really awesome. So if you've got tickets to that, consider yourself super lucky. And then lastly, rounding out the week, December 15th, Killing Grace with Psycho Head, Rhino, and Bridges to Burn at Nash Vegas Bar. So busy week, everybody. Hope everyone has a great one. Back to you, Fish.
Thanks, Evan. NashvilleMarch.com. Check them out. Sign up for the newsletter. And make sure you head out to the Crying Wolf this Wednesday, December 12th, 7 to 9. Brandon's going to be DJing from Nashville March, and the gentlemen, co-founders, Evan, E.T., and a bunch of metalheads hanging out. Come out and check us out. I will be there for sure. Coming up here, we're going to take a trip backwards a little bit for myself, and I'm going to play a band that essentially was one of the main reasons why I personally relocated to Nashville. And they started out with a band called Wedding Party back in the late 90s. We came down here to film them. I did. I came down in the fall of 1998, fell in love with Nashville, and about 6-7 months later, I was living here. But this band is called I Dragon I. It came the song I'm going to play came from an EP back about 12 years ago. They're no longer together. One of the members of the band, Steve Casto, who I've had on earlier, he's in the band Dead Watt. Which is currently, they're on the upswing. That's kind of like a ska indie style band here in Nashville. We're really good. They have a horn player. We're going to be having them on next year when the new stuff comes out. But I don't know. I just wanted to get a little retrospective and take you back and check this band out. This is I Dragon I, Savior. DJ Fish and the Electric Fishbowl, the heavy side of Nashville.
This all is a means to an end. This ghost I am still bleeding to death. Screaming Jordan, screaming from hell. The clouds on my pillows, rain on my sheets. The storm coming, it's somewhere between heaven and hell. This legend someday someone will tell. This ghost I am still bleeding to death. This war is a secret, the anger of the gods. The wonders are watching, and the boys are the lost. And I am still waiting for all the silence.
That was a fantastic EP. Shout out to Jamie McCavanagh. What's up, brother Jamie? Love to see you soon. He's busy working, being a father. William Knight, wherever you are, I know you're up in Ohio. And Steve, I'll see you this Wednesday. I Dragon Eye on the heavy side of Nashville. DJ Fish in the Electric Fishbowl. We're going to play a couple more here. Another power metal band. Saw these guys. Kevin Butler is a bass player, phenomenal bass player. Also, good friends with Oblivion Myth and Keith Smith. But this band's called Burning Yesterday. We saw them this past October. One of the last shows at the Revelry up in Hendersonville. Dark Hound played. We were out there for that show and saw Burning Yesterday. Pretty good power metal. I know power metal sometimes with people, it's a genre. If you're into it, that's what they're into. I like it. I like a lot of flavors of metal. But let's check out Burning Yesterday, and hopefully sometime in the upcoming year, we got a lot of bands planned out for 2019, and looking forward to expanding the heavy side of Nashville and exposing the talent to the world of things other than country from Nashville, Tennessee. The band's called Burning Yesterday. Song's called Digging Grave. DJ Fish, the heavy side of Nashville. Hope you enjoy.
Step with me with a symphony of sadness. All of your problems are self-induced, descending into madness. Taking my kindness for weakness, and I can take anymore. Walking away from your sickness, you started a war, you started a war. Left away, you're sorry, you're so brave. You're digging your own grave. I'm tired, I'm insane. You're digging your own grave. You won't be a part of misery. Agony, just get away from me. I won't be a part of misery. Agony, just get away from me. How do you justify every ugly word inside your mind? Listen this one more try. If it doesn't work, I'll show you hell inside. Taking my kindness for weakness is something I can't ignore. Now I'm back, get the fuck back. You started a war, you started a war. Let's go, boy. I'm sorry, you're so brave. You're digging your own grave. But I'm tired, I'm insane. You're digging your own grave. I won't be a part of misery. Agony, get away from me. I won't be a part of misery. Agony, get away from me.
There it is, Burning Yesterday, Digging Graves. Go check out the video. They have a very, very well-produced video up on YouTube. Just go to YouTube, type in Burning Yesterday Band, and Digging Graves will come up. Check it out. Very well-done video. Love to have Kevin Butler and the boys here in the studio. Maybe that'll happen next year. Well, we are going to wrap here. We're calling it a night in the Electric Fish Bowl. Weather outside is mighty frightful. I'm ready to go curl up on the couch, watch some football. Last band we're going to play, Voodoo Prophet. They have a show January 5th at the Basement East, one of my favorite venues in town for metal, along with Dark Hound. So January 5th, if you live in the Nashville area, go see it. You'll see me there. We're going to wrap here. Thanks for listening to the Heavy Side of Nashville. More next week. And stay tuned. If you like what you're hearing, please share it with others. And hit the like button, follow us up, and really appreciate everyone listening. Love the talent here in Nashville, Tennessee. Metal scene is on fire. Let's wrap this up. Voodoo Prophet, This Darkness.
For I come, I die, I'm bleeding out.
There it is, Voodoo Prophet, This Darkness. DJ Fish signing off in the Electric Fishbowl. Hey, you want to make the world a better place? Commit a random act of kindness tomorrow to a complete stranger. Peace. We'll see you next.
That's all, folks.